Hey everyone, it's been a while since we have seen each other, but now we prepared something really interesting and what some of you even asked us about. Of course, it's Rust, so let's not waste time and dive deep into the origin of the game. Rust was originally released into early access on Steam in 2013 as a survival sandbox game. As of May 2021, the game has finally made its way to Xbox in a newly released console edition, though it seems that for the console port, the developers at Facepunch and Double 11 have opted to use the PC launch version of the game code that left early access in 2018. Foregoing nearly 3 years worth of quality of life improvements and vital updates. Like other survival games, Rust allows players to join official servers on which they harvest resources, gradually improving their technology and weaponry until they can freely explore the secrets scattered about the map. Each player spawns in by waking up on a beach with nothing more than underwear, an unlit torch, and a stone for protection. There is no character customization. Rust generates what your chapter will look like randomly when you initially launch the game, and developers at Facepunch Studios have intentionally designed it so that you're stuck with whatever the game generates for you. Using your handy rock, you can cut down trees and harvest stone to craft primitive tools such as hatchets and rudimentary housing to help prolong your life. Additionally, you will need to manage to find food and clean water to keep yourself alive. Depending on the biome you spawn in, you may need to manage extreme heat, cold, weakness, or even radiation poisoning. Visually, the environment in Rust is quite lovely. On one occasion, I had a few moments of silence to sit in a shelter to watch the sunset over the mountains. As the sun lowered in a skybox, the horizon lit up with campfires and torches. It was a brief moment of peace in a game that had otherwise punished me at every possible turn. A number of technical issues also consistently interfered with my experience. While Rust's draw distance is impressive and the forest environments are lush and pleasing to look at, models of both human characters and animals are rough, and their animations are stilted. Wars lag crop up across multiple servers, and choppy action makes stalking prey and fighting with other players difficult. The amount of toxicity I came across was also off-putting. I encountered constant disturbing and bigoted behavior, from players screaming racial slurs to mimicking sexual assault over other corpses. As the distasteful interactions and glitches mounted, my enjoyment of Rust's better qualities waned. You can turn down the volume to mute voice chat, but that's basically closing yourself off to Rust's emergent stories. Despite being an extremely graphic-hungry game, it ran at about 58 to 60 FPS in simple settings. Previously, it used to stutter even on the lowest settings, but ever since the recent updates it has maintained stable frames. Needless to say, the developers have spent a considerable amount of time in fixing optimization issues. It proves that they have not abandoned their game even after 5 years after release. What's really heartwarming is that they still patch and update it from time to time. The main menu music is really melancholic and chill. The in-game sound implementation is pretty spot on. The sounds of the guns and impact noises all seem pretty original and appropriate. There is an in-game communication system which also is pretty half-baked at first, was rectified later. This mechanism allows the players to communicate while inside the game without any complications and is pretty common in online games nowadays. Community. This is by far the worst thing about Rust. The community is outright toxic. It is full of people who will shoot you on a site, track you and take you down again and again, follow you back home and door camp you till you're forced to log out. It is full of people who are willing to troll you and twist your arms into refund in the game. They will make you hate them and will try their level best to destroy what you create or imp it when you're in process of making it. Rust is a decent game that I generally thoroughly enjoyed. If you have friends, it is one of the best survival games out there to play with them. I must say, I was especially discontented with the sheer lack of content and how the developers have not contemplated on adding more into it. But at the end of the day, it is a game that will make you go mad when you lose all your items in a raid or an open shootout against an entire clan, or when someone sneaks up on you while you're looting an airdrop and blows your brain to pieces with a shotgun. It is rage-inducing, but at the same time, it is fun. Rust.